Stop giving NFTs for free. I know many artists and NFT creators want to have owners in their collection on OpenSea, but the problem when you give away NFTs for free is that your traded volume will stick to zero and you will start building a community that is willing only free NFTs and you won't be able to sell your NFT collection. That is the first thing I want you to take from me, so stay with me until the end of the video to see the mistakes that cause 99% of the artists to fail in selling their NFT collections, and I will tell you what exactly you need to focus on. Are you ready? Let's do it. Hello everyone, Pet Alexander here. Hope you are having a great day and welcome to my channel where I record videos about crypto, NFTs, and recently I focus more on videos to help NFT creators to create their NFTs, to generate them, to upload them to OpenSea and to market them, because at the end of the day this is the most important. And the title of that video says NFT Selling Strategy. Selling is what matters at the end of the day. As I said, giving NFTs for free, it's not a good idea, because you will start building a community that is interested just in free NFTs. And I will give you a great example here. I am also recording online courses and I'm launching them on the Udemy platform, which is one of the biggest platforms for online courses. Now there are creators on that platform that give away free coupons all over social media, email lists, and they build such a huge number of students on their profiles that is just unbelievable. Some of the instructors have millions of students, and when people land on their profile, they start to believe that this is a fantastic instructor. But the truth is, most of those students came from free coupons. In other words, they didn't pay for the course, but they are enrolled, so the instructor has actually millions of students, but just a small piece of those paid for the course. Personally, as an instructor, at the time of recording this video, I have over 50,000 students on Udemy, and I don't give free coupons. In other words, I don't want to give my online courses for free. The prices are cheap anyway on Udemy, so why should I give it for free? And at the same time, I don't want to build that community of students who are interested in free courses, because when I launch a new course, there will be people actually ready to buy. And what happens actually, it is better for me to have a small number of students. Even 55,000, it's not small number for me. Thank you guys if you have been enrolling in some of my courses, but I prefer to have dedicated students that are waiting for my courses and are ready to buy my course when I launch it. The same thing applies with the NFT collections. If you launch your NFT collection and you start giving the NFTs for free because you want to have owners on your collection, you will start building that type of community that is not willing to spend a single dollar or piece of Ethereum for your NFT. They're just collecting free NFTs from different collections with the hope that the price of any of those NFT will rise in time. So even you sell just 5 or 10 NFTs, that is so much better than giving away 100 NFTs. So sometimes a small community, even 20 or 30 people, is so much better than having hundreds or even thousands of people that are not going to spend any money for your NFT pieces of work. And before I tell you what is the next mistake people make, I want to thank you guys for watching my videos. It really means a lot to me, and if you have been enjoying it, make sure to smash the like button. This will push the video to a brand new audience. And a huge thank you to our sponsors today, Yasha. Yasha is a DAO, which means decentralized autonomous organization. What we know from Decentraland and now with ApeCoin is that with DAO, the users and the community is voting, and this is how the important decisions are made. And what's interesting with Yasha DAO is that it is a launchpad and incubator all rolled into one. If I show you their roadmap, you will see that they have the initial phase where we have the contract deploy and audit, a website launch, the initial marketing, the public launch. Then in getting started, we have the public project submission forum, the announce first project incubation, deploy Inuyasha staking. With the expansion, we have 10,000 holders where we have the second project incubation, different partnerships and incubated project launch. The last one is the Future Fiesta, where we have the deploy Yasha swap, Yasha NFT marketplace, which I am excited to see, and the marketing for Yasha ecosystem. So how you can buy Inuyasha is super simple. All you need to do is to connect your wallet. You can use MetaMask, which is very common in the NFT marketplaces. Then you need to put some Ethereum into your wallet. Just import it with the Uniswap, connect your wallet, set slippage somewhere between 12 and 14%, swap your Ethereum for Inuyasha, and there you go, you will have the token into your wallet. Now if I scroll a little bit higher, you will see that the Yasha DAO is a decentralized platform for the Inuyasha community, and the team came together to create a safe token built on community trust and governance. But what is interesting is that the Inuyasha team have developed and deployed an ecosystem that will exist as a decentralized vetting and donation program for very promising new tokens. One thing that impressed me with the project is their anti-whale mechanism, which means that they won't allow any whale to own more than 1% of all Inuyasha tokens, which will simply make it hard for the whales to dump the price of the token. So if you find it interesting, make sure to follow their Twitter's page. You can also follow them on Instagram as well. If you want to buy Inuyasha, you can do that using L-Bank, which is a popular exchange, and you can find the token under Yasha/USDT. So keep an eye on that project, follow their socials. I will drop the links down in the description, and thank you guys for sponsoring. And with that being said, let's go back to the video. The next mistake is to focus too much on the art itself. For example, the Bored Ape Yacht Club monkeys are not really the best piece of art, aren't they? I like them. I have them printed on my side in my studio because I like the animation, I like the face impressions they have. And you will see many collections on OpenSea that are doing quite well, and you will be surprised why the volume is so huge, why people are buying that pieces of art. Well, they sell a lot because they did a great marketing, they have a community, they are part of a metaverse, they are developing the projects over time, and many more reasons that are boosting the collection. But of course, if you combine well-looking NFTs with a great marketing, great presence on social media, you will be more successful. So don't spend hundreds of hours to paint and create your NFTs, because there is so much more to think about. And you might ask me, okay Petko, but how should I know what my community wants and what type of NFTs to create? Well guys, talk to them. Have a direct connection with your audience, with your community. Ask them if they like those NFTs. Ask them what they want to see in your next NFT collection. Don't try to convince them to like your pieces of art, because you really cannot convince someone to listen your type of music, right? So instead of convincing your community to like your pieces of art, just create art that your community likes. And do you know really when I feel bad when doing YouTube videos is when I don't have the time to answer all of the comments. And obviously the more the channel grows, there are more comments, and I don't have the physical time anymore to answer to every single comment. And if I miss a few days not answering comments, I feel I'm losing the connection with my audience, with you guys. So make sure you find that precious time to talk with your NFT community, to know what they're interested in, what they want to see, and what they're expecting from you. This is crucially important. And the last thing is the marketing. It is super important to start marketing your NFT collection while you are doing it, not after it is uploaded on OpenSea, because this is the common mistake. NFT creators are uploading NFT collections to OpenSea or any other NFT marketplace, and they see that nobody buys their collection. So this is when they start thinking about marketing. You should do the marketing from the very first day you start working on your NFT collection. And if you want to know what are the useful tips and how you can do marketing for free, and if you have budget, check out the NFT marketing strategy that I have recorded recently, and I'm pretty sure it will be useful to you. I thank you very much for staying with me until the end. I hope the video was useful, and I will see you guys in another video. Take care. Cheers.